All right. I think we're good. Gonna put up the prediction early. And we'll set that for 20 minutes. All right. So, I do have a commission job in 4 hours. I think I'll be able to cover all of FNF, but I think between rounds 2 and 3, I'll have to put a server up and yada-da, so.
It's okay, I'll be here. Your chat will never know loneliness.
That's a weird way to word a dream, but okay.
They'll never know.
Anyway, this is Friday Night Fights. I'm here with SL Dream. We're co-casting, as we normally try to do until I kick him out in round 3, because I can't stand him anymore, because he's one of those. Anyway,
what does one of those mean?
Op 4 is going to be starting on the bottom left corner in this AO. Blue 4 starting on the top right. This is a very weird looking AO. I mean, I think it's deformed, but that's A-okay. There's going to be 2 terminal sites and a sector for Op 4 to be taking control of. Sectors, you just put a number advantage in compared to the defenders. It starts a 90-second timer as long as you maintain the number advantage. You will then cap the sector after 90 seconds, and then terminals 1 and 2 you just interact with. It starts a 90-second timer. The defenders have to interact with it to stop the timer. And that is pretty much it. Did you miss a Dream insult? No. We don't insult Dream. Dream, I mean, he has such a smooth brain. No ridges or lumps, no wrinkles or bumps. All of my insults would just slide right off.
Smooth rhyme brain. To interest me.
See, I gotta rhyme it to him to, make sense of. That's okay. Anyway, I'm also looking at this AO. It's a big amount of forest, so there's clearly gonna be
a bear with 2 legs.
We're going to probably do something like that. I mean, you have this outer area here, that outer layer. You could also see, oh, shit.
Oh, I fucking didn't get the right lines.
I know, it's okay. You'll get drawing time another time, Dream, okay? I promise. I know you do, but it's okay. We'll get back to it, all right?
The blue one tastes the best.
Don't eat the blue one, okay? Real quick, let me look at my audio levels, because it's being a little quieter on TeamSpeak than usual, but it's saying that TeamSpeak is max. That's kind of weird. Oh well, we'll just have to work with it. Alright. Back to work here. Otherwise, sorry, just changing out my audio levels, making sure everything was good, but let's go ahead and look over our tasks. So Blue 4 defending the 2 terminals and a sector. Op 4 naturally trying to get those tasks there. Briefing mission details. It's a kilometer render distance, 200 fortified points. That's a lot. It's going to be green textures for sandbags and Hescos and everything. It's a 50-minute round. Your standard 15 minutes of save start, 50 minutes of play. Notes, the bridges are destroyed automatically once each terminal counts down to 0 and the 12-second timer completes. Interesting. It is not advised to be anywhere near said bridge when they explode. That's kind of cool. All right, our briefing here. There's a very small PNG that says the inevitable war. In the early stages of the inevitable war, the Russian Union, I know, but they're very, very small, like even smaller than YouTube thumbnail. Down, Dream. Down, boy. Down.
Wait, I don't like this.
Sit. Okay.
No,
in the early stages of the inevitable war, the Russian Union, how are you standing? Don't you have a chair at your desk?
I do, but you told me to sit, and now I feel weird if I do.
Well, that's your problem. In the early stages of the inevitable war, the Russian Union mounted multiple lightning-quick offensives, so it's a blitzkrieg, into Eastern Europe, seizing key settlements in Hungary, the Czech Republic, and Romania. 2023 told us that that was a lie. Anyway, May 2029, the Czech Republic, Russian forces, May 2029, Czech Republic. Russian forces, Op 4, have penetrated enemy lines and are forging deep into Czech territory to capture the strategically important town of Sepis, which straddles the Vltava River. Their orders from the Kremlin are to both take the town by force and destroy its 2 bridges to stall an anticipated Czech armored counterattack. In their way are a detachment of Czech Land Forces 73rd Tank Battalion, Blue 4, who have garrisoned the town. They must hold off the RU invasion force until their tanks arrive, or else see NATO dealt a devastating blow in a war that threatens to consume the entire world.
Okay, Lovely. So I have to ask, why are you not speaking in like an epic? This is like a movie.
Because my sight reading is terrible.
Damn, you can't read as well?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's something my mother never taught me. I only know how to speak and play Arma.
Yeah, you never taught me. You just taught me how to play Arma. You didn't. Barely taught me how to speak.
That was your dad's responsibility. I'm sorry.
You are my father, right?
I
can't say that.
No,
He's
your
actually in
real
chat at
dad
the moment.
watches your stream, so
Yeah,
I don't
he's in
want
chat
to.
right now.
Yeah.
You got anything to say to him?
Dream is a really lovely person.
Oh.
Sometimes.
Oh.
Mostly.
Yay.
He's weird. Anyway,
okay,
Blue 4, Czech forces, their loadout's going to be Czech-based uniforms. I got SA-58s, HK-416s with a 320 system on the bottom. We've got SVDs, Mini-Me's, and AT-4s. They also have 2 snorkels, Humvees for transport. They can only carry 4 people, though. OP4, we've got basically Chechnyan uniforms with AK-74s, GP-25s for that underbarrel. SVDs, RPKs, one with a railing and one without a railing.
So wrong. Oh my God,
so I guess they just have a choice between Eastern and Western optics there, and then you have the RPG-7, which has 2 rounds per AT group, and then you have the PKP. They've got an RHIB with the 50 cal on the front with 1,000 rounds for it between 10 boxes. That's nice. 5 transport Gazvodniks, and then a PKT Gazvodnik with 2 PKTs, one facing forward, one facing rear. I personally hate it, though, because you're not animated when you're in that seat, so your head is literally purely exposed and needs to get sniped off. But it can provide some light cover fire. So, the Gazvodniks are also amphibious, so they can cross the river at any time, and then the RHIB with that 50 cal, I mean, that can be brought in.
Slowly going away.
Is it slowly drifting?
Yeah, it's slowly drifting away.
That's kind of funny. Well, we'll see if it gets used. But I mean, that 50 cal, I feel like on the bridge assault would be pretty decent, but looking at the bank, it is pretty well fortified, and where it isn't fortified, it's just has a bunch of concealment around it. These fortifications seem to come from some wrecked boats, as well as we got some partial rock walls on a path. So that could provide a really nice position for infantry to set up on. The terminals also aren't in the open. They're at the bridge's structural support areas on the bottom. And then the sector itself is the northern side of the town where Blue 4 has spawned. So that is quite interesting. Anyway, I'm going to rapid fire the roster here. So Blue 4 is being led by Eric Hiru. Swola leading Alpha with Gazag as the marksman, Pogo as the medic, Ash leading Alpha 1 with Major Khan, Harana, Wheaton, Banks, and Ingont. NASA leading Alpha 2 with Wonder, Cuboid, Lolo, Depso, and Kermit. Yanni Finn leading Bravo with Katz as the marksman, Dobbs as the medic. There is no leadership in Bravo 1. Yeah, right? It's just Nemesis, Colin, Iander, Cullis, and Malin because we don't see a name with a slash on it, or excuse me, an icon with a slash on it there. Bravo 2 just has Azuki Rose, Miller, and Kabuki Face. Linus leading Charlie with, looks like he's merged everyone together for it.
Glad to catch a stream again.
With Fragner, Vanderhuge, Vash Z, Oz, and Genesis the Wolf. Otherwise, Ken Coffee, thanks for the 3-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Welcome back, broski, and I hope you get a nice kick out of this stream. For being led by Charlotte. All right. Curie as the 2IC. What?
I was just thanking your sub. Do my part.
Thank you, Dream. I appreciate it. Korvac leading Alpha. Looks like they merged everyone in Alpha together. It's Alexander, G-Legs, Huel, Vagrant, Sam, Zixme, Nordic, Seismo, and Mac Marine. Bravo's also done the same thing. It is Pierce. Oh, boy. Leading Snodgepair, Fawns, Crazy, Nolich, Loose, Mike, Nuzzy, Meerkat, Omri, Tomer, and Tom. Tomer and Tom.
Can we talk about... Are you done?
No, 1 second. I wonder if we have Tom and Tomer, where is Tom Est? Anyway, Oddball is in Delta with Lurch as the medic, Duitson as the 2IC with that GL capability. Delta 1 being led by Brixie with Navs, Park, Watts, and the Whiteside. Delta 2 being led by Bates with Iqbal and Araya with Norris as an assistant. Again, Delta have the medium machine guns for Op 4, that's the PKP. Blue 4 has opted not to take any Delta rolls, so they won't get any of those medium machine guns. All right, Dream, go ahead.
Okay, guys, you're not going to believe this, and I understand why you won't, but it is true, and I've got the proof to back it up. After FNF, I decided to attend late because I hate myself, and I wanted to stay up until 4 in the morning.
Wow.
To be fair, I only went to like half 2. And guess what I did?
Now.
I messaged Liru about this, and I haven't been able to tell us. I beat Pierce in a command round.
So what Dream is trying to say is he naturally made Pierce cross an open field, but Dream was ready for him and managed to kill everyone in the open field. Well done.
No. It was an open water.
I mean, open field, open water. I mean, yeah, like you're going to win. And it's still an open area.
But I still won against Pierce. That's my second ever command.
I'm so proud of you, Dream.
Thank you.
Would you like a cookie?
I would love a cookie.
I can go cook one right now. I've got the frozen dough. It's all perforated, so I can just break a piece off. But you're going to have to ask Bloodwing. okay? Because it's actually I made the cookie dough, but I said they were for her, so you're gonna have to ask for her permission.
I'm asking.
Also, Ravon, she's working right now, but I'm sure if she's watching, she can come down and waterboard me all she wants, but I know she isn't, so I'm safe for now. Thanks for the 60-month resub, broski. That gives you the 5-year badge, which I believe is the Emerald badge. Nonetheless, hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. But Dream, good job. Yay. I'm glad you could beat the man that charges everything through open fields, or in this case, open water.
Look, all I'm saying is now my ego has been filled to max in terms of commanding. I will never have to command ever again.
Ah, okay. Yep, the one and done. Like the legendary Audrey Hotto setting the FNF record and then disappearing into the night.
I'm basically Audrey Hotto.
Yeah. Okay. Without the record, but sure. Yeah, let's go with that, Dream.
No, same level.
Okay. Well, everyone's a winner in their own mind, right? Except if you have depression. Anyway, let's get back with the show. Well, I know you have depression. Anyway, Blue 4 has a pretty big difficulty here because the AO is a bit too big for their entire force to guard every single area. They've got the forest area to the south that Op4 can flank around with, especially with those VODniks that can pretty much drive wherever they want. The forested areas also to the northwest provide some challenge. There are some nice ridges that Op4 could utilize for their marksmen that are marked on the map. However, the map markings are always unreliable because this type of terrain you don't really see until you get there, because on the map it just shows all forest. But again, you do see the ridges, so maybe they'll put stuff up there to see if there's anything good. But I've been seeing that in the past, and usually people get burned thinking it's a good Overwatch position, but then there's just a bunch of trees in the way. So we'll see if Op4 tries to capitalize on that. However, I do see some open fields to the southwest, and I did see that Op4 does have Pierce in it, so we might see a bold strategy here, and we'll just have to see how things go.
That means nothing to me anymore.
Revanche typing in to say, Dream's ego cannot possibly be blown up anymore. Someone get the needle. Wow. Harsh realities.
Oh, trust me, it can.
I see.
Give it some time.
I just watched Blue 4 trip one of their own mines.
That was gaming.
Thank God for that. Blue 4 testing their limited HE mine capability to make sure that it would actually detonate, and it did. Unfortunately, they don't get the mine back. Whew. Screw you, Liru. Depression Bros Unite. I'm not insulting you. I'm not insulting anyone with depression. I've had depression too. I mean, it sucks, but you gotta work through it. Unfortunately, have your social structure and go for it. Have fun.
Depression Unite, guys.
Dream doesn't have depression. He's just weird. Dream, are you faking having depression for attention again?
No. I can
spicy sadness.
I can list you the reason why I'm definitely not faking it. But that would bring the vibes down.
Yeah, that's probably a good call.
I'll let you decide whether you want to hear that or not.
Man, not in front of your dad.
True, actually.
Anyway.
My two dads.
Blue 4 seems to be... Oh, I didn't know your dad was... Oh.
No, you are...
Weird. Anyway, I'm not in a relationship with your dad.
They're cheating. Blue 4 cheating. They blocked the bridge.
No, they're leaving enough space in the middle. Though that's going to be really funny when the thing destroys and the pescos are all floating. But anyway, we see that Blue 4 is setting up on the bridge on the rear. And then we've got a big amount of the Humvees moving south right now. I guess they're going to try to counterattack potentially. But seeing where Blue 4 is setting up, I guess they're just trying to capitalize on the open field with these lines coming in. And...
What I don't get...
What?
Is...
We also have people on the multi, by the way.
I get it.
Why wouldn't you get a boat?
Yeah, but what, you have one stream that has one way. It leads directly down to the main objective, which is being watched on either side. You have to navigate around these the bridges, which, you know, knowing armor boats, you could get stuck on really easily. And then when you reach the end of the town, you have to turn around yourself.
Dream?
Yeah?
Because it's cool.
Because it's epic.
Anyway. I wish I could frickin' snap my fingers and the round would automatically start when we were done commentating the early parts, but it's just how FNF works. I would really love a system in FNF where both commanders could, like, hit a button to say that they were ready and then the round would automatically start early, but I've never seen it, unfortunately. Scandy Recon is playing today. They're going to be Blue 4.
Bravo 1.
Yeah.
Bravo.
I'm looking at them right now. I just brain farted there. So if you want to bet Scandi, feel free. There's no Pega Pirates on tonight. I think they've kind of moved on, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't been Pega Pirates. One of them will come, like, say, you know, you'll see the odd King.
Yeah, like Zoni, but...
Zoni's not in Pega Pirates anymore.
Ah,
I don't really know what they do. I know I think they are currently grinding Power World. I'm in their Discord.
I mean, who wouldn't be grinding Power World right now?
You were grinding Power World until like 4 in the morning the other night.
Yeah, because the only social time I have these days, I'll actually discuss on that. So, I've been chilling with Neko Dragon, aka Valkyrie, and we're working out a deal right now to do more Warhammer 40k Zeus work. But that's also going to start involving Valkyrie because she is very, very good at mission dev for that category. So...
Damn, look at Depso on the bridge.
I don't know when we're going to see it, probably late February or March. We'll start going from once a month to twice a month in the 31st, and we'll be expanding on that Geonosius operation. Speaking of other operations, though, today at 7 we'll be having a custom operation. I don't want to spoil the details, but it's for someone's birthday, and it's going to be wild. Like,
it's my birthday. It's not.
I was going to say something mean, but your dad's here, and I don't want to be mean.
You can say it.
But suffice to say, it basically is going to combine 2 separate types of warfare together, and it's a surprise because even the person that commissioned me for it doesn't know. But we'll see if they actually looked at the mod set, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away in case they're watching, but it's going to be funny. So that's going to be at 7 o'clock, which is why in the mission command it says I'm going to at least cover 2 rounds. I might cover the 3rd if we have the time, but sometimes FNF does run over, and I do need a little bit of time to dinner because, well, I haven't eaten anything today. Anyway.
When's pay for penis pain?
What time zone? So that op is going to be in 3.5 hours. Pay for pain is tomorrow at 1 o'clock. I need to get that finalized, and I'll do some streaming for it tomorrow. Yep.
Guys, I'll be there. Oh, fuck. I might be at the zoo. Shit. This is bad.
Anyway.
Wait, what's that?
Safe zones have dropped, and we're going to start seeing the gases moving out. We do have the boat being deployed, but they beached it, so I think they're going to back it up a little bit and then move it forward. However, Curie is kind of stuck on it at the moment, but Gaz is going north. I had imagined they're probably going to try to utilize that ridge line, but we see Blue 4 doubling down and going northwest to cover this route, and they're actually really... Wow, and the southern one, too. So Blue 4 are going to try to go for more proactive defense and try to catch Op 4 in the open. That is incredibly risky to do in a very closed-off AO like this, where you really can't determine where Op 4 is going to come from.
I just want to have a look at this bridge.
Daisy will be tonight as well.
Look what they've built.
Though I'm debating skipping it to prep for Pay for Pain and then doing Daisy on another day. So if it's not tonight... Please forgive me.
What time is Pay for Pain? 1 o'clock your time?
Yeah, I'll talk about it later tonight. But I'm also saying I might not do Daisy tonight because I want to work on that instead. Because
oh, no Daisy!
Yep. There's only so much I'm doing week to week, and I'm not overextending myself anymore.
I cry now. Look what you've done. No, I want to be the Faith Bane. I'm going to the zoo tomorrow, but I don't. Surely it won't last until 6 o'clock.
All right. So regardless, I'm going to be speaking about the round now instead of my schedule. Gazes are struggling a bit to go uphill as well as through the trees, so they're starting to get broken up a bit. 2 of the 5 vehicles have made it past, but 3 of them appear to be getting stuck, be it in the middle of rocks or behind trees or whatnot. That's not surprising, all things considered, but we really need to see Op 4 regroup, because this is the environment that Blue 4 would want to catch the vehicles in to pretty much easily ambush them. But we see that some of the vehicles are finding a small MSR that they want to utilize to then go around. But this is only adding to the time that Blue 4 is going to have to pretty much get in and be able to ambush things accordingly. Now, I don't think we're going to see Op 4 dismount this close to the AO. I feel like they're going to dismount somewhere around 0.585 and then walk in the rest, knowing how defensive FNF can be on their dismounts. Not as, actually sometimes as much as OFCRA. They can also dismount quite far off and then walk in for security's sake, but the fact that Op 4 is also taking a hot second to regroup kind of shows that they're going to need a second. We even had some Op4 elements get out of their vehicle to try to help guide their gas out, because it looks like one got stuck on a tree. And they're giving up, and they might just get up in another gas, which is also stuck in a few trees, but it manages to break free.
Oh, one of the gases is moving on its own, and I feel like as soon as it clips with that tree, it might go bye-bye. Nope.
Yeah, as you can tell, it's a little messy out here, but the gases are starting to all break free. But again, this has left them pretty disjointed here. And now we're seeing the first gas starting to drive forward. Blue 4 has an ambush position set up on the this SSR being utilized, but gases are actually going past where I expected a dismount. And I think someone in Blue 4 just accidentally shot. All right, Op4 dismounting a little earlier here, south of the main peak, which I guess makes sense. Maybe from here they want to walk along the trail path and then the actual SSR down to the AO. But what I'm curious about is how quickly the southern group is going to be pulled back, or are they going to be ordered to then cross the river and then go north and try to outflank that Op4 element? It's Scandi, so they can maneuver that quickly, but I'm worried about seeing a similar situation where we have a force really far from the AO trying to do a massive outflank as the enemy force just bulldozes the lighter garrison in the middle of the AO.
Kremit's gone for a very interesting plan. Just leave everyone and sit in a bush on the road.
I mean, Eric Kiru definitely is known for some more outlandish plans. He's definitely trying to find where the enemy's coming from and lock them down as far out from the AOs as he can, but in this AO, that's incredibly difficult.
Him and Depso tend to have the same ideas in that respect, because you know Depso likes to move his defense. He doesn't like to keep his defense stationary. We've obviously seen Depso. He will do defensive counterattacks rather than.
What do you mean? Depso's not commanding.
I know. I'm saying.
Okay.
Did you not hear the first part where I said they have the similarities? Him and Depso.
Okay.
Him and Depso tend to have those similarities where they will use their defense as more of a, a scouting force
Depso's
at the
not
start
even here
rather
today.
than just sitting in one place.
So where did he come up with Depso?
Because I think
fair.
Depso's the most defensive movement based commander. He likes to move his defense rather than keep it stationary for too long.
But again, it's not
obviously
Depso.
Sometimes if you've got an inexperienced attacking commander, which obviously I don't think Charlotte is inexperienced, that can be a bit of a shock.
Charlotte's more conservative with keeping all of her forces together and pushing everything out. So I'd imagine we're just going to see a standard platoon battle line, probably utilizing that overwatch position, or at least checking on it. That'll help give her some covering fire to get the maneuvering elements in. Blue 4 have anticipated this type of maneuver coming in, and they're setting up defensive lines to counter it. But I'm worried that Blue 4 have spaced out their forces too much, and Charlotte might just be able to bulldoze the force.
They've pushed Bravo out way too far. The only saving grace of that is if Bravo, they lock on, they can come in and take them from, two sides if they're fast enough. But we've seen it in FNF before where squads get pushed out and then basically they just get left behind without being called back in or getting back in quick enough.
Right.
I just would also like to point out, they are perfectly following your arrow right now.
Yeah, I know. That's the funny thing. I hope they can't see that and everyone just assume that that was the plan, but it was the most predictable path.
Liru's secret commander this entire time.
Well, anyone that's been doing Zeusing can understand where good plans are. I mean, when you're picking AOs, for example, you got to pick something that works with everything, but, If
I'm Blue 4 Bravo at this point, I'm convinced that they're just not here. Because you've made it all the way to this point where in front of you is a bridge with no seen contacts, and then anything past it is blocked out by the map borders. So if I'm Bravo at this point, I'm like, there's no one here, they're probably to the north.
Yep. Well, I'd imagine they might just start encroaching north and just closing the gap, because the southern group should have run into something by now, or at least heard something. And then the northern group, I mean, I would keep them up there for a little longer because that distance is going to be greater. And if they're going to do a massive flank around on the forest and try to come in on the open side on the rear, then you'd have to keep that group there. But then you might want to start pulling that central team. Actually, no. I think they're in a good spot because they're covering that ridge and they've got room to still pull back because you're still trying to figure out where OpForce force is. But now you're starting to see this platoon battle line form up. And they're going to have to go all the way down to the river in order for the boat to be viable. Otherwise, there'd be no point in using it. But I think Scandy might be able to intercept it at this rate. But even then, we'll just see a massive platoon battle line get in.
I'm thinking, I don't know why Erikiru sent Scandy south. I would have sent Scandy into the forest where Charlie are. Because south is the harder attack vector.
I agree with you on that. However, Scandy is also similar to Papega. They are two of the best communities that when you tell them to maneuver somewhere and say quickly, they will do it quickly. Other groups tend to lag behind on their movements across communities, but those two are pretty good at maneuvering as long as you tell them where you want them to maneuver. If they're left to their own devices, sometimes they pick a really obscure route, and that can completely negate them into the actual AO entirely.
Yeah, but, I can see happening here. You were right. Charlotte has definitely put this into a battle line, and what she's trying to, you can tell she's trying to like use as much of the forest space as possible, and that's going to be terrible for this Charlie team because once Charlie team
they're going to get engulfed pretty much.
Bravo are just going to come around and swing, and then they'll have that high ground. Which is why I think Scandi Recon would have been better here than Charlie.
Right, but how would Blue 4 wouldn't have known that they were using that route? They basically... shot.
Yeah, no, I know exactly what you mean. We're in the sky, hindsight's 2020, but I still would have been safer than sorry to send Blue 4, Bravo north.
Blue 4 sighting OpFor, by the way, the first squad. And Dream, I want you to command next round then. Show me that your victory against Pierce yesterday.
It wasn't yesterday. It was Thursday yesterday.
Right, last week. You get my point. GL's going out. Wagner gets knocked out by Vashi's. Or Vashi. Vashi.
There's nothing to prove now. I've done it.
Okay. Anyway.
It's like the whole chess thing. It's like I'm the best chess player in the world, but I just haven't shown off my skills.
All right, OpFor taking 2 knockouts immediately. I'm watching the platoon movement here. Now we're going to have to see... Yep, so Scandy's crossing the river. I think they have enough time to get up to the southern side. But the boat is still staying in reserve. I'm surprised it's not being brought up yet. It should be on the edge, but we need to see OpFor now converge on this position and envelop it. I
think Scandy moving this early is quite possibly the best thing.
Yes, no, I'm agreeing with that.
I think what Red 4 have now is definitely a leg up because once you get close enough, all you just have to do is throw grenades.
Yep.
And they'll just roll down. So Charlie don't want to lose the Overwatch here. I know that's why they're holding strong, but you can see them starting to pull back.
Yeah, they're starting to pull back as they're practically getting enveloped here. Blue 4, I think at this point, are figuring that that's probably where the main force is. We still see the northern force acting as a vanguard because they don't want to be flanked around. And then the southern force is pushing really quickly, but we need to see OpFor continue this maneuvering because if Scandy closes in as OpFor is maneuvering, I don't think Charlotte's going to turn the entire force around, especially in the chaos of an engagement.
I think I've seen this before from Scandy. They'll be in this exact position, but they decide to take the route that keeps them the safest, but is also the longest.
Right.
And that will sometimes... I mean, it happens. It doesn't just happen to Scandy.
It has happened
to everyone. Yeah. I've seen it with Scandy. I've been in it with Scandy where you move the safest option, and then you come in behind them when they've already entered the objective, and you're picking off. And I think I said it last week at some point. It's like it's much better to fight when they're attacking rather than when they're infiltrating, because then you have to worry about corners and such and so forth. But I don't know if there is anything
OpFor just noticed that Blue 4 was in a full retreat there. They almost completely slipped away. You still have suppressive fire going out. What I'm worried is that this is going to be stalling OpFor's line because now they've taken their southernmost force and converged them up to close the gap. Now Charlotte needs to quickly order them back south to start going along the corridor as the central group advances to take this overwatch position, because if they're too slow in this advance, Blue 4 can close a pincer. Oh, there is Depso. With the northern and southern force. Yes, the southern force is very weak, but if Charlotte gets hits on 2 sides as she's trying to advance on a 3rd, I feel like Op4 could completely collapse. Sorry about that.
It's just this defensive side. If the main defensive side of the town can stay strong, it stops them, and then Bravo and I think it's Alpha on the far north side are going to get closed in. But now it kind of all just depends on.
We have a perfect storm brewing here. Op4 can advance. They'll run into the defensive line Blue 4 has had, but before Op4 can muscle their way through it, you have the 2 other forces converge and just encircle Op4, and I think in the chaos that's going to tear Op4 apart.
Here's the issue. The northern force aren't moving because they're expecting another force to come all the way around and like try and beat this try and beat the main force that they're fighting now. So looking at the distances now, they'd have to leave now to basically get to where Scandy are now.
Right.
Scandy can make it there first.
Hold up. Mike just started shooting up to where the other Op4 elements were, and now he's taking return fire. He's basically causing this firefight to be extended. Because Op4 completely confused, thinking Blue 4 is still in the middle. Sunday, thanks for the 52-month resub, broski. Flowers indeed, buddy. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I hope we get a nice kick out of this scenario. Now you got Lurch now firing at Tom, Tomer, and Omri here, thinking they're Op4. So there is a massive amount of misplacement and confusion with Op4, and that is just giving Blue 4 more time. But now we're seeing that northern group starting to come in as well.
That's basically just based because Bravo are so disconnected right now. They've for some reason moved some people down the road. Obviously, it might have just been an accident, might have just been miscommunication. But they're splitting up now, which would be exactly what's going to Scanny Recon. They're not going for like a sideways. They're not going to attack on the road. They're going to attack from directly behind them. And as I can see, and I'm not surprised by this, you have Cats leading the line.
And then you've got that northern group starting to come in as well, but Scandy's closer. So I think if Scandy pulls aggro away, that's going to really limit the amount of bodies that are engaged that 4-man northern group, and that's going to make them as effective as they possibly can be. However, we need to see these attacks come in within the next 5 minutes. Otherwise, Op4 is going to be able to fully regroup and just bulldoze through to the objectives.
There's been so much shooting and so much fighting. Only 2 people have died.
Yes. I know.
It's okay. Someone just got smacked down the his mic.
Yep. But again, it's not about the deaths here right now. It's about the tactics and who is setting up for a better attack here.
Yeah,
but
it's about wearing down the Blue 4 defense at the moment.
Right.
Linus and Ozzy completely out in the open, who should have been killed by now.
Right. But they're holding because Op4 is still maneuvering into Overwatch positions. Now you're going to have Scandy attack from uphill. They're going to run into some of these rear groups over here as, again, Op4 is going to start getting disjointed. That's also going to give Blue 4 access to medium machine guns and possibly the PKT Vic. But from there, Blue 4 is just going to be able to bounce down. But the question is, can Blue 4 maneuver quick enough? Because now you're having the main Op4 force actually closing into the sector. And that is the strength of Charlotte's commanding with the platoon battle line here, is by organizing everyone and keeping them on pace. She's going to basically be able to get her infantry in if Scandy cannot advance here. But now you got Scandy going into a decent battle line here. They're going to run into Delta first. That's going to cause a disjointment here and stop the Op4 battle line from moving as half turn around to deal with it.
As soon they're going to take out that the Quad Vic. Is it a Quad Vic? Gun Vic.
Yeah, the Vodnik PKT.
Vodnik PKT. They'll take that out, and I think that'll just completely throw everything. Because taking out vehicles is just an easy way to just confuse everyone.
Yep, with the explosions and the noise, and at least turn everyone's head.
Here comes a boat.
Yeah, the boat's coming up. And I think the split attention is going to end up killing Op4 here. Op4 has been unable to get past to the open areas into the town itself. I think they were slowed down because of those friendly fire instances. You see them now reforming the battle line to move up the river. I think the southern force might be able to sneak in and hit the bridge objectives. There goes the AT4. It missed. He's been missing recently. I don't know. He
missed again?
We see heavy caliber shots hitting the side of the Vic, but it's a miss. Norris gets knocked out.
He goes down, but it covers Norris.
Wow. So, as I predicted, that defensive line has turned most of its forces around. Now it's just a question of can they hold off this massive Blue 4 attack as that northern group is now getting in battle line with Scandi. Can the other forces break past the other defensive line and actually hit the objectives here? It's a stall fight at this point.
Scandi Recon has started this not impressively, I must say. But I don't think they needed to necessarily start impressively. They need to...
Hold up, the northern force is now turning around. Up for Charlotte's doing a really great job of pulling everything away and fighting Blue 4, trying to defeat things in detail here, noticing that they're now taking a rear assault. If she secures her rear and takes everything out and then turns all forces back around with minimal casualties, she can easily break Blue 4 apart and eliminate them all. All while there's a whole squad along the river passing by. That'll then start dealing with Blue 4's actual defenses and start hitting the objectives themselves.
Popping shots at Nemesis.
But now it's going to be up to the PvP. Northern Blue 4 group starting to get engaged. Because Charlotte turned them around.
I'm looking at red. Oh, I've actually just noticed the team on the 1WR. You know.
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of Op 4 getting cut down in this attack, though. I think Blue 4 have the better PvPers at the moment.
But I don't think it was that. I think Blue 4 just had the better positioning.
Well, yeah, they're uphill, and they formed a really nice attack line. Op 4 did a decent job of responding to it by turning their forces around, but I think by not committing Bravo to it, too, to be a flanking force for the enemy's platoon, instead committing them to the objective, it's instead disjointed Op 4, and now Blue 4 is just picking off the pieces.
Yeah, looking like at this, just completely, I have to, you know, Scandi Recon have done an excellent job here, the flanking force done an excellent job here, but I think the team that has done the most is the absolute defending town force, because they just made it impossible for them to move further down the hill, and it gave Scandi that time. But now you have the water attack team, some of them crossing over to get to the terminal. Now they've just noticed, but...
Forward grenade might do some damage. It does knock out Tomer because he went high, but Op 4's men are waking back up. Yeah, we need to see nades going under that bridge, because that's a really great position to pretty much bottleneck them on. Meerkat shooting at friendlies on the southern side. What is up with Op 4's high amount of friendly fire today? I see it, yep. A triple kill. That's what I was calling. One of them was already knocked out, I believe, but the three under the bridge was absolutely devastating. Just like that, I think this attack's going to fall apart. Yes, Blue 4 is conceding the first bridge, but...
Long T, who I don't think I've seen their name before, slaps a beautiful nade right into the underside of the bridge, gets 4 kills. That's all you just need to do. All you need to do was a nade. Ozzy's going to spot Meerkat, or his
Fury and the other coming up to flank.
Oh, Linus goes down. Ozzy's still up. Ozzy managed to take out Meerkat. Knowledge can't finish up Ozzy's hits coming close, but yeah, you're right. The rear force, and now
Linus waking back up.
Force have just wiped them. Where's the boat?
Did you see a little pause there?
But the boat... No, that's not the boat. The boat team. Oh, the boat team dismounted. Yeah, that... Look, I'm all for bring in, like...
Good GL right there.
Assets when it kind of seems
to
be cool.
Well, no, it didn't fit the plan, so they had the two Op 4 guys dismount. Now they're going to run into... They're actually going to find Deander because of that smoke grenade. Does Curie shoot him? He does see the movement in there. And gets him with a headshot.
I think they shouldn't have... They maybe should have just added a better vehicle. Maybe better than a Vodnik PKT.
Cat's predicting Norris is in this tree. Pops a grenade. It rolls back a little far, but it doesn't get him. So Op 4 have mainly weathered this attack. You got Eric Liru getting his second kill in the middle of the Op 4 formation. Charlotte and Curie still alive, just kind of moving around to help hit this spot, but Blue 4 definitely have the number advantage at this point.
Sorry, quick takeaway. Has Zam told you a joke in the last 5 minutes?
I haven't really been reading chat. I've been focused on you. And Malin accidentally puts friendly fire on Cats.
Oddball just killed himself with a grenade. That was beautiful.
Amazing.
No, please just ignore Zam. No.
Zam, restate the joke.
Please don't. You don't want to see. It's not bad. I'll give it to them. It's not bad. Yeah, no, I think Red 4 had a good plan at the start. Their battle line was actually really good looking.
Eric Liru spots a white side, only to take a shot, accidentally exposes his head, twirls around, trying to evade the shots as he puts a fresh mag in. White side unable to line the headshot up. Eric Liru now going for the mag dump, missing every shot. Switches to his handgun as Whiteside finishes, but he gets the headshot.
Come on, guys. All right, guys, I know full auto can be scary sometimes because you're more likely to miss, but just swap full auto.
Remember, switching to your handgun is quicker than reloading.
That's true as well. Oh, but here comes G-Legs with a
great grenade. There goes Eric.
What a nade. That is company command dead. Don't think it really matters though. Because they still have, Red 4 still have two terminals and a sector to capture. And they haven't even touched off the first terminal. Ooh.
Charlotte goes down by Nem. Curie coming up. Tries to get the revenge kill, but Nemesis outperforms. With that mini-me, man. Op4 down to 7 players, Blue 4 at least 10.
Who knew the old man still had it like that?
14 total, so Blue 4 literally has Op4 2-1 at this point.
So, at the moment, Nemesis is 5, and so I think altogether 10 kills for Scandi Raycon.
Messy fight right here.
Yeah. Nordic, I don't even know why you had the boat in the first place. You should have not taken the boat.
Well, I'm gonna be honest. I think the boat had no. Let me explain. So you saw the coastal team, right? But the boat was stalled, and I think that's because again they were struggling to make the battle line. The boat was supposed to come in to cover the coastal team on the river, but because that team, the boat had to end up dismount to help with the rear attack because that's where Op4 is getting pounded. The boat ended up being ineffective, which makes sense. It's just, again, it shows that there was a lot of miscommunication Op4's platoon battle line because of that original force. Charlotte tried to close the gap. That caused some friendly fire and some other concerns. And then when she was able to reform and finally start pushing, then the rear attack came in. So the boat had a position in there, but because of the chaos of what unfolded with Blue 4, it ended up just being completely ineffective.
I get that, but I still think even if it had all gone to plan, the boat still would have just been ineffective.
I disagree, because when you look at the trench that's built on this second bridge, the boat could have done a really good job of at least suppressing this bunker that we see Kabubi utilizing right now. And that would have made everyone get their heads down and allowed for Op4 to advance.
Yeah, but I think, again, looking at hindsight being 2020, look at Banks and Ash, look at, you had an entire team at this point. They would have seen the boat coming from miles away.
Yes, but if you look at the angle of the bunker, and you looked at, they could see all the way down the river, that boat could have literally suppressed it from a super safe area. I agree, if they pushed the boat in past the first bridge, or even up to the first bridge, especially ahead of the infantry, it would have gotten picked off immediately. But when you look at the angle of where everything is, the boat had a really safe position to suppress.
Yeah, the boat,
it's fine.
Nordic, who was the gunner, said, yeah, the boat was to wait till contact, then pushing to help, but they took contact far north, and we just got out to go and help the rest of our...
Yeah, exactly.
I get what
because
you
of the
mean.
Positioning.
I get what you mean, keeping the bridge bunker, like, with their heads
Pierce
down.
is on 6 kills, by the way.
Jesus.
But Malon's gonna end his day. Oh, no way. No. Oh, I thought it was rolling back. Yeah. I didn't realize it fell back. But yeah, like I said.
No, I agree with you to some extent. I understand what you mean. It could have suppressed it from a super safe distance, kept their heads down, but if this was to go exactly the same, which I think it would have, if you just had the boat, there's what's to say that the river team would have been any more effective than they were before, because the boat would have had to be suppressing, and you had where Marlon is now, you had that entire team. So who's to say they wouldn't just peek and shoot it?
Well, okay. But for everything else, playing it out, the grenade went in because that was a natural choke point. Op4 would have taken a lot of casualties. Boat could have potentially pushed up and gotten blown up. But I mean, there's a bunch of what ifs that we can't really deal with here. But look at where Alpha is right now for Op4. The plan for Op4 was to come in where Op4 Alpha is right now, as well as the river, and basically swarm this defensive area and try not to give Blue 4 any room to breathe. The boat's one job would be to suppress that far bridge to prevent Blue 4 from using it as a covered position to assault the riverbank assault. That is literally the only job of that boat in this plan, because anything else would have been too risky and thus not made it worth it. But the 50 cal, 100 round box could have suppressed that one bunker, could have suppressed the Hescos, because it's a boat, it's on a freaking thing of water, it's going to be moving up and down slightly. You're not going to be able to use that effectively. It's literally like any other iron-sighted vehicle. You're just using it as a suppressive weapon. That's it.
Well, yeah, I get that. Like I said, I get that, you know, but this is all saying that
Ash just two-tapped Kuboid in the corner.
Brilliant. This is all to say that...
Like, why is this such an issue?
What difference would have gone on? Because I still think the defense on Blue 4 was stronger than the attack on Red 4. I still think Red 4 would have struggled to even make it down
The
to where
reason
they are now.
you're seeing that, though, is because you're not considering if this was a full platoon attack, Op4 had Overwatch control to fire on Blue 4, because Blue 4, as you stated earlier, had dudes in the open before they turned them around to deal with the river force. Because Op4 had to turn the forces around and that pressure was taken off, that force was then able to deal with that river group. That's what you're not understanding here, is that those Blue 4 elements were pinned by other forces and thus not able to move in. What do you mean they...
I don't think they were pinned. They were sitting out in the open and stayed there. You don't do that if you're pinned.
That's because Op4 wasn't on... okay. Dream, I'm just going to drop it.
We could have a nice discussion about this if you
want. Major Khan finding Korvac. Opts to throw a grenade instead. That might work.
Oh, that did work.
Alright, good kill there. I mean, it's just a cleanup right now of the two remaining Op4 players still up. Though Alexander got Wheaton. And seeing a few double taps, we'll see. I doubt Wheaton will still wake up, but we'll see it. I'm not caster cursing anyone with Adrihadoism. All right, another grenade thrown far. Alexander standing up, does take a little bit of shrapnel from that. And also manages to get another kill. All right. Though now the dinner bell has been run. Ash gets Swola, but they were on the same team. Alexander pushing. Spots Ash, gets the kill. Hold up. Alexander defeating 4 players with the power of friendly fire. Not what I expected to see. All right, this is a 2 versus 2, 4, 6, 7. It's unlikely to see this upset, but it could happen. Blue 4, I mean, they're all kind of individual and disjointed. Technically, Op 4 could get the rivers, get the first objective close to them, cross over, and then get the other one and avoid most of the Blue 4 garrison. But now you got additional Blue 4 players crawling up. Swola surprisingly wakes back up. I think Alexander was bandaging. He does hear the footsteps. I did hear some additional shots. I think Cuboid and Nemesis fired at each other. I'm assuming... Dream, did you see that?
What, sorry?
Did you see Cuboid blow himself up?
No, I don't watch people blow themselves, Liru.
Okay, I think Cuboid shot at Nemesis because Cuboid already got friendly fired and felt guilty about it and just blew himself up. Okay, 2v6. 2v6, let's go. Let's go. I mean, I'm gonna laugh because this is actually getting a lot closer than I thought it would be. You got G-Legs and Alexander together now. I don't feel good about Alexander having the SVD right now, because that is a really bad weapon for CQC. Alexander does have the GL capability on that AK-74, but you got Blue 4 all combing around the buildings on the northern side. The thing is, as soon as they touch one of the terminals, that's going to pull every Blue 4 player together. Pogo taking shots by Alexander here. It's 2v6 now. because Fuel Boy blew himself up. 2v5. Alexander gets the kill on 4. Wild grenade gets thrown in, but it'll be ineffective. Swola now flanking around, trying to get on the side. I'm scared to cast her curse because I want to see if they can do it. Swola getting on the rooftops.
Stop saying their names. Just say that guy.
That's what I said. I want to see if Alexander will poke the window and see anything.
1.
G-Leg's getting the hack.
Yeah, no, it's over.
Swola's now going to charge in. There's still the second bridge, though. Alexander's going to hear the footsteps. And Swola hears the footsteps as well. Again, I'm worried about what G-Lades has in terms of weaponry to be able to stop that, but might see Swola. Starts putting shots on Swola. Gets the knockout.
Swola goes CPs on the rock. If
Alexander's gonna get... Oh, Nemesis gets the headshot. G-Leg's trying to get the headshot. Gets it on Nem.
That's pretty good. But
it's a 1v3.
Greg hasn't picked up another gun, as I think I said last week about being a...
when you're a marksman, you want to pick up another gun. Yep.
You need another gun in this situation.
Swola wakes back, only get one tapped.
Maybe you don't.
Cat's taking out an AT4. He's gonna noob tube G-Legs for the win. I'd do it too in his situation.
Oh, here comes... Oh my god, I've just seen what Cats is doing.
G-Legs spots it. Cats misses the shot because of the angle.
Cats has tried to do this to me before. Oh, 2 SVDs.
Little bit of damage.
Shit gun.
Cat's trying to charge ahead here. It's a marksman fight.
I back Cats.
Cat's going to handgun.
Oh no, Cats is just going to stop the terminal.
Oh wait, G-Legs needs to run because the bridge is going to blow everyone up.
You didn't get that.
Cats might... Wait, no, but the bridge is going to blow up.
Cat's going to fucking blow up. Bro got fucking yeeted on.
Oh my god! There's no freaking way!
Damn.
Oh!
Oh, we're in the in-between, actually. Someone came in, I don't know if this was true or not, but do you remember the Tuesday event? The Commander? Commander?
Hold on, Oh! Yeah, what about it?
Someone said that you apparently had questions about my sniping.
What?
But I'll let you calm. I don't know, like I said, I don't know how true it was, but someone came into my thing and was like, Liru wants to ask you some questions about your sniping.
I guess I don't, because I would have DM'd you if I did.
Fair enough.
I mean, that was... it did say in the brief about being away from the bridges when they explode. I don't think G-Legs saw that coming, but that was hilarious. Like, utterly funny. If I was G-Legs, I'd be salty about that, especially if I didn't know, because he had a solid chance to win that in a 1v3, but... I can't remember the last time I've seen a terminal explosion actually kill a player, though. Like, that's the thing.
I don't think that was a terminal explosion. I think that was a
Well, it was the bridge going off, but I'm counting it to the terminal because the objective did it. Which, if you break it down, that means G-Legs technically killed himself because he did interact with the terminal. Oh my god. Oh. Beautiful. Utterly beautiful.
Chat, shall I order a Chinese? Pretty hungry.
And now we're waiting. Alright, Vita. Alright, now to retype everything. Alright, let's see. Vita. The mission is going to be as follows. Round 2. I'll pay it out in a second. It was the defenders that won that round. And for this one, it is going to be Op 4 attacking Blue 4.
Oh, Liru, someone gifted you a sub to my channel last week, so I need you to say thank you.
Who gave it?
It was Mod Addict.
Mod Addict, I appreciate it, buddy. Alright, Blue 4's...
Let's fucking go.
Cash, Sector, and...
How's everyone's week's been then?
Site.
Big good, Liru?
Yeah, 1 second.
Fair enough. Chat, what about you?
Sector and Terminal Site. Op 4 has an 8% numbers advantage. Oh god. A BMP2. A BTR-80A. That's a lot of autocannon assets.
What do people in your chat say about me getting a Chinese when you're not typing?
Blue 4 has an LAV 25 and an M117. And then their mat's gonna be a Maz. Alright. Interesting calls there. They're typing as in Chinese food, Chinese for a Tory. Get Korean instead.
There's no Korean places near me. Chinese for yeah, Chinese food. Let's get that first off. Let's get that straight. And Chinese for a Tory. What does that even mean?
I do like Korean though. We got a lot of good Korean barbecue joints around where I live. I'm thankful for that.
I wish we had a Korean barbecue.
All you can eat for $30.
You've posted. You know that was it. You've been there before, and you just started sending me pictures of it, just to make me hungry.
You're welcome. All right, I'm gonna change up the music too. Let's do tough.
Tori would have sushi.
I don't give a shit about that. There we go.
Tired.
Alright, we'll see where round 1 goes. Red alert. Yeah, F it. Let's do Hell's March.
What's Hell's March?
I haven't done it in a hot second. It's really fun. Let's see. I want to do the second one, though. I like that one a little bit more. It's a good one. Did Dream forget he was a Tory? Quite possibly. Did you miss it? No, you only missed round 1. We got rounds 2 and potentially 3 to do as well when these guys get started.
You've got Zam coming into my chat now and asking what a Tory is, or asking why I want Wales and Scotland to be dependent. It's just gone too far. What am I then if I'm not a Tory? I'm apolitical. I don't give a shit. Apparently, I'm a socialist by birth.
What?
I don't know. My dad said that. What the fuck does that mean?
Well, of course your dad would say that. Do you pay him rent for living with him?
No, he doesn't live with me.
Well, no. When you did you ever pay him back?
No.
Wow. So you are a leech. You are a Tory then.
I am a leech. I've said multiple times I'm a leech. I'm just not a Tory.
Oh man. Bear, thanks to the tier 1 sub, bro. Hope you enjoy the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario.
What the whole conversation was. I was talking to someone the other day. I was like, because I raided someone, and they were like, oh, I don't feel good about you know,
Twisted, I'm
leeching off other
debating
people,
it based off of what's going on
Liru's
IRL,
basically
but
built
we'll
my
see.
career from the ground up, so.
I did?
You helped.
Ah.
Thanks. I'm not paying you back. Let's just get the one thing straight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, if that's the case,
No.
Dream, there's autocannons. You should play on the ground.
I don't want to.
There's only
someone's
74
playing Scotland
players.
forever.
You should add to it. Oh,
Someone's
well,
playing
we're not going to be able to
Scotland
hear
forever.
Dream for a hot second. So, anyway, how's everyone doing? Yeah, Twisted, not much we can do. I can hear it through your microphone. That's the worst part.
Yeah, and I can hear it through my fucking temporal lobe.
Is it reverberating through your brain? Yeah, bye, Dream. Ooh, Twisted, I'm sorry to hear about that, broski. Hope you're healing okay. Hope whatever they knocked you out with is good, though.
This is evil.
Dream, my son, so he isn't leeching, he's long-term borrowing. Gotcha, Zero. Gotcha. You know, I've never had my wisdom teeth removed. I've actually been told that I did need them
Liru,
removed.
you love me.
And then, I'm not going to say that in front of your dad. That's kind of weird.
You love me, Liru.
As a friend...
This hurts. This hurts so much.
What the hell do you want me to say?
Yes. Oh,
No.
I can't hear anything anymore. Sorry, I didn't hear anything you said. I just asked
I
if you loved
know.
me.
And I gave you a general response.
I didn't hear the response.
I'm gonna turn the music down just ever so slightly. Like, chat, what the hell am I supposed to say to that?
That's something I was going to figure out. I want to figure out how to make it so, like, because I've got that. I've got like a bunch. I've got a bunch of scary ones that are meant to jump
You
scare
were
me.
fine.
That one is
G-Legs
set to
didn't.
something ridiculously high, so no one ever plays it, but people still play it.
Yeah.
Which I think is insane.
Just to remind you.
Just to remind me that Scotland is forever.
Oh, yeah.
But I wanna see if I can make it so if someone does like bits, they can like invert my screen while I'm playing.
Have fun torturing yourself like that.
I want to do it to
Oh,
like,
also, Katz is
again.
saying that you should play more and you need practice. I think they want you back in command too, Dream.
No, I'm alright.
Yeah, you gotta... Wow, that's not really nice to say, Dream. Come on.
I'll join
Where's
I'll
your
join
respect
round
for
three.
your fellow man in FNF? Or woman,
nowhere.
since a few play.
I was gonna say something bad there.
Wow. In front of your dads? Damn. I thought we raised you better, Dream. I acknowledge it only to state how disappointed I am.
Yeah, fair enough. There's a ringing in my ears now.
Jeez, I don't doubt it, Auntie, knowing what you've been through. How you doing, Auntie? Mama raised a quitter with Dream. Oh, no.
Mama
I know
raised
it's a
quitter.
wild Auntie static. A very rare sight in the wild, but it's always a
You know
pleasure
what?
to have her
I'll get
here
it-
nonetheless.
I'll see if I can get it set up for pay for pain tomorrow,
Okay.
so people can fuck with me.
I'll
But-
get the announcement set.
Have we got?
Hold mine deployed a week after,
I just want to
yeah.
ask because I think that it would be funny. Have you got any dream-specific ones if I do end up coming?
I
'Cause
will
think
make
we
sure
should have-
there's a dream-specific one.
Yay.
And I'm going to only charge $5 for it so it can what can be done again and again.
I'm never gonna leave, and I'm not gonna die. Like I will not
Okay.
leave until the mission is done.
What does chat think? Should we just have a lightning bolt Dream, or should we like IED drone him? Chat, what do you think is worth $5 for getting Dream?
Make it shit. Don't make it cheap like a lightning bolt that just kills me right out. Come on, make it.
No, that'd be
fun.
funny.
Okay, I guess it'd be funny, but
Like an IED at his feet that instantly goes off. See, here's the thing. I only want to... That's why I like the lightning bolt more, though. Because the IED is going to make it everyone else's problem. But if we just lightning bolt him and be done, then it's easy. Sniper dog.
yeah. Look, I'm not gonna be killed. I will. That's actually if
Crash
I
a
get
jet into him like a huge dart. I guess we should just have a tier chart for everything we do to kill Dream. It'll literally be
Yeah,
an
do it.
entire document.
Do it.
All right.
do it. Make your money off me. I will be there tomorrow. I promise.
Stabbing
100%.
IRL.
All right. Okay.
Zero, aren't you his dad?
Father?
What? Dream, why is your actual...
Is that 0 Day IST?
Yes.
Yep, that's my father.
Why is your actual dad asking me to stab you for money?
You know what, Liru? I don't know.
Oh, that's a highlight.
So, Dream's dad asked me to stab him in real life. Put that on the highlights channel.
Jesus Christ. I am. It will save me so much money. Dream, I am so sorry. Where's my count? Hold up. Oh my God, you get 2 for that, broski. Oh. Oh my God.
Okay, we're going back to FNF now. Blue versus up 4. It's a destroy and a terminal objective with 2 different spawn points. Blue 4 have to defend this terminal, defend a fuel truck, and defend Sector 1, while Op 4 have to do the opposite. Let's look at our briefing. View distance of 1,300 meters.
Dream, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Are you? You don't sound fine, buddy.
4 to 5 points of 150 and a green fortify color with a time limit of 50 minutes. That's such a good thing.
Yeah, you want to go over the loadouts, buddy?
I'll go over the loadouts. Croatian forces for Blue 4. They will have that gun, that gun, that gun, and that gun. No, I can do this. I can't do this. What's the top gun?
All right, that's a VHS. That's another VHS with a GL.
And then that's an M4.
That's a 416.
That one. That's an M249. I know that.
That's
one.
a mini-me.
Fuck. That's a gun.
That's an AT4/M136.
It's a machine gun.
All right,
Bigger
buddy. Gun. Now the vehicles. You can't get this wrong, okay? It's right in front of you.
That's a car.
What's the name of the car?
1151.
It's a Humvee, okay?
There's a second one.
Right?
Is a tank.
No.
Tank.
Dream, what is it called?
Large action vehicle 25.
Don't insult your mom that way. What's the next vehicle called?
M1117.
Good.
ASV.
Okay, now let's go to Op4. What are their loadouts?
Russian Spetsnaz uniform with an AK-12.
That's an AK-74.
Fuck.
What's the name of the
shittest gun
underbarrel system on the second one?
A grenade launcher.
Yes, a GP-25. What's the marksman rifle? You know it well.
Bad.
Okay,
Bad as shit.
it's an SVD, and the S doesn't stand for shit. But okay, what's the bigger gun below it called?
RPK.
Yes, 74, because it fires the same 5.45 ammo as the AK-74. What's that first launcher, Dream?
RPG.
With
7.
the number? Yes, Gold Star. And what's the other RPG called?
Carl G. Is that the Carl G?
No. The Carl Gustav is
Mars?
the Maz. This RPG is
fuck.
the RPG-32.
Oh,
What's
yeah,
that submachine gun underneath that the crewmen are gonna get?
Pussy ass weapon.
It's the PP-2000. Okay, you get
Penis.
half a cookie. You get a quarter of a cookie.
Someone's playing the British anthem now. I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm not happy. I'm sad. That's
All right.
That's a car.
That is a car. It's called a gas stream, okay? Then what's the next vehicle called?
Big tank.
It's a BTR-80, and I can hear the anthem behind your mic, so I'm going to take over now. You got 2
Okay.
UAZs, 7 gas transports, and a BMP-2K.
Okay,
It's the command version with an autocannon, 140 AP rounds, 2,000 for the PKT. Other autocannon has 140 rounds, another 2,000 for the PKT for the BTR-80 Alpha. LAV-25, let's see, has 2 boxes of 70 rounds for 140 rounds total, and then 1,200 rounds for the 7.62x51 medium machine gun. The ASV, meanwhile, only has 50 cal across, 5 200 rounds round boxes, and then 200 round boxes for the 7.62 as well. Going over our roster, commanding for Blue 4 is going to be Korvac, Curie leading Alpha with Naps, Huzel, Seasmo, Charlotte, Nordic, Waldo, and Lon all under him. Charlie seems to be the standard format here. Bates leading Charlie with Mac Marine as the marksman. Marksman rifle appears to be a 416 with a scope on it. All right, so only a 5.56 marksman rifle. That is fine. That scope really does make or break the difference, especially with the open map we have here today. Otherwise, Norris is going to be the medic for Charlie. Charlie 1 has Genesis, Anara, Iqbal, and Zixmiel together, and there is no Charlie 2. Delta has the same format here. Nemesis leading Callus, Dobbs and Malin. Malin and Cullis have the machine guns. Tomer and Omri are a two-man team with a machine gunner and an assistant in Delta 2. Echo has Yanni with Iander taking the mat weapon and Katz as the assistant, but it looks like Katz is holding the AT weapon right now. They might do a quick switch up. Nope, they're dropping it to give it to Iander again. Otherwise, Alexander, Sam, and Lolo taking the LAV-25, Kevin, G-Legs, and Colin taking the M1117. Vagrant going to be commanding Op 4. Alpha has merged everyone together. It's going to be Fonz, wow, in charge. That's surprising because Pierce is playing a standard 2IC with a GL. Weird. Fonz leading Alpha with Nuzzy, Salts, Najper, Nolch, Mike, Pierce, Luce, Meerkat, and Manograyo? Manograyo. All right, new name. Cool. Linus leading Bravo with Fragner, Dewitson, Ozzy, Vanderhuge, Vashi, and Batty all together. Bravo 2 has Oddball leading Brixie, Lurch, Whiteside, Park W, and Watts. NASA leading Charlie with Maxic as the 2IC, Wonder as the marksman, Pogo as the medic. Charlie has Cuboid leading because we have the slash in a name with Kermit, Lolo, Majorcon, and Depso all together. Echo has Harana, Swola, and Wheaton all together. Wheaton being the leadership, Harana being the AT gunner, and Swola being the assistant for additional rounds. Eric Hiru and Gazog taking the two-man team for the BMP2, and Ash and Banks being the crew for the BTR-80 Alpha. Looking at the objectives here as I give Dream time to quietly sob. We've got a destroy objective over in the warehouse here. It's the blue one. It looks like it's going to be a fuel truck for this scenario. And then we have both the sector in the terminal. No, okay. The terminal is in a hidden zone, or its own marked off zone. Again, tucked away in one of the blue warehouse buildings. Ooh, oh, no, it's a new texture for the terminal. Interesting.
Yeah, Bloodwing's Cash App.
And then Sector 1 is a blown-out church building that it looks like Blue 4 are partially fortifying, as well as a graveyard. How convenient. Otherwise, I don't have... She doesn't have a Cash App. She has a Venmo, though.
Does anyone have Bloodwing's Venmo?
I can pass it to you later. Why?
I would rather you pass it to me now, for no specific reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, Venmo doesn't exist in the UK.
Oof.
You
can just message her on Discord. I'm sure she'll reply, maybe.
Yeah, don't ask why I'm asking for this.
Okay. Anyway, BTR-80 Alpha and a single Gaz are starting up on this little Overwatch position on the mountaintop at Philifigel. I probably butchered that, but anyway, the rest of Op 4 is starting in the valley, heading down with the BMP2. All the remaining Gazes and 2 of the UAZs, so we'll just have to see how they decide to go on. But this is a pretty simple assault. It's going to be either from the Northern Ridge or the Valley Way. I find it interesting that they've taken away this massive Overwatch position, forcing a Valley confrontation here, but in other operations where we've seen Vita utilized, usually the attackers fall into the Overwatch fallacy, putting way too many people on Overwatch instead of actually pushing the objective, and Blue 4 are able to just pick people off as they come in. But we'll see if there's any sort of difference with that. I think Blue 4 need to just pick one sector or area and hold it in terms of objectives, and it looks like they're doing that with the first area with Sector 1 itself. Dream, what are your thoughts on the AO, or do I need to keep talking?
No, you're fine. I've recomposed myself. Honestly, Blue 4, I think, have it all to do. I mean, I think because the thing that changes my
take your
point
time,
of view,
Dream. It's
I'm
okay.
Just looking, man. Like, give me a second. Yeah, so they're spawning up by Philifiel.
Good pronunciation. Better than mine.
You butchered it. But
yep.
I think having the autocannon start on this hill, I think is just going to be pretty terrible for Blue 4 if they don't immediately try and attack it. Because I don't believe Blue 4 are going to know that they spawn there. Mm-hmm. And maybe they're just going to send Lolo and Sam up there to take the hill as a sort of... Because I think it will hinge, if Blue 4 know they're up there, then I think I think it means nothing. But if Blue 4 don't know they're up there, which I don't think they do, because Sam and Lolo are now moving to the far side of the town.
Okay.
Why? Stop talking to me like I'm a child.
Dream. I can't have you direct your negativity towards me or my chat right now. I know you just went through a lot, but we have to be civil, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get the lawyers involved again.
Again? No. They took everything last time, and I don't even know how.
It's because we know where you live, Dream. In fact, anyone knows where you live unless you set your tax information to a P.O. box or a neighbor's address every time they give you money.
Wait, is that true?
Yep.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I think it works different over here.
No, it doesn't.
Fuck you. Yes, it does.
Okay, Dream. Anyway.
Someone said it doesn't work like that in the UK, so I am now vindicated. Anyway, this northern group, if they were able to just push with no resistance and get
just gonna smile
the high ground, which is very clearly what they're going to do, then I think it's curtains for Blue 4. It's not going to end well, but from what I'm seeing is Charlie 1 are going to move up north and sort of go around. So maybe they... Okay, actually, now that I think about it, I think Blue 4 probably know they're going to spawn there, just looking at it, because why would you make that all available but not make like the in-between available from their main spawn? So I think that's why... what group are they? They're Charlie. Are Charlie the No, Echo are the Mat squad, aren't they? Yeah. So you've got Ian with that Mat. So if the BTR does mount that radio tower, then I think Ian will smack it. But you've got Charlie going around, who are either going to find the what the fuck is BTR ATA and destroy it, get destroyed by it, find it, don't do anything to it, and let Eander deal with it when it finally raises its head. But I think they need to pick their moment to attack. So if they go straight out, if they go straight out and just start attacking Sector 1 straight up, they'll die immediately. But if they wait for the Red 4 down at Scriven, I can't see it because it's blocked by people. Basically, if they need to wait for Op 4 to the main force to get down there before they do anything. But I think Charlie will go around and
a few things to point out. Just put it on the table. Iander's using the Maz, and Iander has stated in the past that he really dislikes the Maz compared to the RPG-32, and we have seen him miss shots with the Maz in the past. Now, that is the RHS Maz, not the vanilla Maz, but people claim the vanilla Maz is even worse for its distribution of rounds at a farther range, and there is a slight denotion. Yeah, so if he does try to make a very long-range shot, it's going to be a shot in the wind. There's no way he's going to be able to properly range that out compared to the RPG-32, which is almost always complete straight. So that's going to be tough for Iander to work with in this terrain, so I wouldn't fully rely on his AT capability. Now, if he had the RPG-32 or an RPG-7, I would trust him much more because he completely knows the weapon capabilities of that. We've seen him place RPG-32 shots well over a kilometer when that weapon is only supposed to be ranged up to 500 meters, which is why it has that accuracy buff compared to the Maz, which doesn't because it's built to range over a click, but the devs still balanced it out in vanilla to still be a little iffy, which is silly, but that's just simply how it works. Now, with the AO in hand here, in the past with Vida, as I stated earlier, we do have a bit of an issue with the attackers putting way too many people on Overwatch. We do have autocannon vehicles in this AO, and as Dream did bring up, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult for the defenders in the AO to deal with that. However, since the AO is so big and we see Blue 4 deploying forces both across the sector and the terminal site, really it's just going to be on Op4 to find a way to maneuver into this AO and keep the ground even, because Overwatch is just going to get torn up by autocannons anyway. So leave the bigger assets to try to Overwatch and eliminate the enemy autocannons so they have a bit more security, but the main force needs to pretty much stay in the valley and away from the ridges, because otherwise it's just going to be picked off from range by bigger calibers.
I get what you mean. I just want to go back to the Eander point there. This isn't to, boost myself or anything, but I hate the SVD. Yeah, I can still get kills with it. I still think I know why Eander says it. I know he says it's just a worse rocket in general, and he dislikes it for that reason. But I still think no matter what rocket he has in his hands, he's going to hit his target regardless. I've seen him hit crazy shots with this one.
He already missed 2 shots today, though.
Yeah, but you know that it's early. He's got he's got performance anxiety, but he should be good now.
Okay.
But I think if the LAV mounts the hill too early, and either the LAV or Eander get a spot of it, then I think it's over. To be fair, I don't actually know where Scania Recon are going to go. Are they going to try get on the high ground across from where obviously they may not know it's there from the BTR 80 Alpha, or are they just going to focus hard on the road?
That's a good question to have. I mean, Scandia is a little more non-traditional with their assaults, so we'll probably see them try to go on the ridge. But again, the AO is very limited to what they can do, so we'll just have to see. Yes.
You know what? If they can get to the road, specifically
the library.
Hill,
have fun.
Just north of Hill 1061, more accurately Hill 1002. You have to kind of zoom in for it, sort of at the three-way. The T junction, which looks like a fucked up T.
Sure. I mean, it's a little expensive.
Do you see the T junction you map on the like?
1 second, keep talking. Sorry, I got something IRL. Round just started.
Okay, yeah. So there's a T junction on the map. If they can make it there, by the time the vehicles get, they have a perfect Overwatch.
Okay.
Just watching
if you're gonna do
all
chow,
the way
can
down
you get
the
my
road.
usual with the seafood?
So it just depends on what they're going to try to do. They're actually seemingly trying to. Yeah, they're going across the hill right now.
The round just started.
So
we have to deal with
the
this
hill,
now or never.
which still gives them a perfect Overwatch on the road.
Okay.
And obviously, if he's not having to fire at what is, I think, technically about a click out, then
or Taco Bamba.
And he's firing 600 meters on the road, taking out Man Vics.
Sorry about that.
Red 4 are just beaming down the road. And I imagine they'll probably dismount at like Hill 1068 and walk from there, or they'll try get on the southern forest line. But I doubt they'll go straight to the road. But if Eander can get to a point where he can see the rest of the road, then Red 4's plan is already sort of up in flames. Who are the Blue 4 have been given the M240 NATO to help account for incorrect advantage. Oh, so there is a bad advantage. So I think Red 4 have way more players than they should have against Blue 4. So Blue 4 have been given an extra vehicle, which is M240 NATO Vic, which I don't think is going to change much. Depending on what Vic it is.
Well, we say that, but go look at Bravo 2 and Bravo 1 for Op 4. They just had a vehicle crash and multiple people are knocked out.
Okay, well, yeah, there we go.
And brought back. But I think that's either because of the player count advantage, which Op 4 is supposed to have one.
But they have too big of a one. That's what it is.
It was 8%. Op 4 I think have like 4 or 5 additional players, but it might also be that Blue 4 have an autocannon and Op 4 have 2 autocannons, but at the same time, Blue 4 have a 117, which is going to have the most maneuverability in this AO here, but unless they're going along the ridges and whatnot. So I'm a little confused by that, but F&F balance has always been a bit of a weird one. And then we have, if anything though, giving Blue 4 an additional vehicle to put infantry on makes it worse for the number advantage though, because then they have to have a dedicated crew for it. So I'd be curious to know why. Maybe Malin can come in the stream after and explain that one, but
don't worry, I'm getting insider information. Too many players on Op 4. Op 4 have too many players for the 8% advantage, which is what I thought it would be.
We'll see if we do DayZ tonight. If we don't do it tonight, I'll do it later in the weekend, and I'll announce it on Discord.
But yeah, as we've seen well, I guess we'll have to restart the mission, won't we?
Yeah, right, that joke.
Funny old joke.
All right, but otherwise, Blue 4 just kind of sticking out and about. We got Hirana looking around the RPG 32, excuse me. From where they are, I'm thinking Hirana can see just barely to the next ridge, possibly the other MAT team, but the MAT teams are definitely going to be in force tonight, trying to find anything to snipe off. I'd imagine this is the Maz Mark 1, yeah, because it doesn't have the Auto Ranger. It does have the little side ranger to work with, but again, once you start getting past 600 meters, it's very difficult to gauge the shot. But we'll see.
I see there. So the BTR-80 Alpha has stayed back, and Wheaton's actually just taken it upon himself to move forward on his own.
Yep. I think they're going to keep it on Overwatch from now to just deny any outflanking, and then once their main force is in, then it'll be moving to a position of Overwatch because they're worried about Echo for Blue 4 or one of their up-armored vehicles coming in and sniping it early on.
I think the two main motivations are to keep it safe, but also get an eye on where the Blue 4's autocannon actually is before they do it. I'm interested where this vehicle is, this balance vehicle. Where did they put the balance vehicle? Am I going insane? Oh, they might just get... Did they give it to Charlie? Oh, yeah, they gave it to Charlie. Oh, okay, so actually they have a pretty good vehicle, but I don't think it's obviously not going to last against an autocannon.
Right. It's meant to be a support modifier, basically to give Charlie a mobile medium machine gun.
Ooh. That could have been a bit dangerous here. He could end up skyline and being spotted by Charlie.
Ooh. Autocannon shots.
From the LAV?
I heard autocannon fire. I'm trying to look at where all the autocannons are.
You've got the BTR-80 Alpha and the LAV, which is on the far south, and then...
No knockouts. I thought I saw one on Op 4 for a second.
One, isn't it? But that's all the way at the back, so...
There's no way the BMP would have sighted anything to engage unless they're friendly fired. The 80 Alpha is still in its static position, so again...
Probably just a misclick.
No, it is the BMP.
Oh, no, there are shots.
It's firing at the far ridge to the left of Charlie at the moment.
Do you think they're trying to range?
They could be ranging, or they might see something, but at this range...
There's no way they see. There's no way they see anything. Oh my god! Eander has just hit Lolo, Red 4's Vic.
Yep, so that has hit a gas.
So that's what?
From a little under a kilometer. I want to say 850 to 900 meters. Looks like Cat's got a little backblast there.
Seems about 650 if you follow the squares. But you know what? There is actually an easier way of doing this, isn't there?
Not a bad shot.
Yeah, no, I was completely wrong. It was 950.
Yep.
I forgot the map does it for you, and
Yes.
I don't have to count the squares.
Yeah, so then you can click right here, and then you'll see the range from them.
But that did. You can look. If you go look, there's quite a bit of blood on the ground.
Yeah, because Cat's got hit by backblast.
No, I'm talking about the Vic.
Oh yeah, because he detonated a vehicle that had a bunch of infantry around.
Yeah.
Once again, the BMP is firing at something. I don't know. They might be ranging it for all I know.
They could be ranging it, or they're friendly firing. It's one of the two.
Yeah, one of the two.
I hope they're ranging it, but friendly fire would be kind of funny.
That's only going to slow down Op 4's assault, but what kind of sucks here is Op 4 doesn't really have any other positions to maneuver on. They're forced to go down that route, so Blue 4 is just announcing that they have that locked down. And we're seeing some marksman fire, I think, coming up on Echo's position. That's immediately putting Yanni back. And Yanni gets headshotted.
Ooh. Where was that? Who headshot him?
One of the marksmen.
Who?
I don't know, because the two closest groups are... Yeah, 700 meters away at a minimum. It was one of the Op 4 marksmen, that's for sure, but that knocked him out. Yanni could still wake back up, but that was a great shot.
The only one I can see hitting that shot would be Depso at the moment, because he's the one with the highest range, or... Well, not range, sorry, the highest up, who would be able to... Oh, Jesus. Maybe he just fell over.
No, I had my camera on him when the gunshot went out.
You never know. Maybe he just fell over onto a bullet.
I see. You got Charlie going around the northern side. They're getting close to Wheaton's position within a few hundred meters. He immediately turns, I think, hearing the vehicles coming up. Op 4 riding the edge of the map on the northern side, but otherwise still attempting in advance. You could see Op 4 try to cross over the ridge where they're allowed to get in the smaller valley to the north and then come in to try to avoid that AT overwatch. But at the same time, I think Marksman Fire is doing a good job of deterring Echo from pushing up to that position. You also see some Hunt IR getting shot at by Op 4 Alpha I'm gonna be honest, I can't.
Wait, I've just
I
noticed
think
Charlie.
that might have been their own. Because Blue 4 wasn't in a position to fire a Hunt IR that close. And
They're
yet you do have...
yeah, they're shooting friendlies. Yeah, they're shooting friendlies.
Yeah, they're shooting at Depso, who was close enough to give that marksman fire.
Oh.
Autocannons, I think, are hitting the buildings in front of Op4. It's a cover for their advance. Because I think Op4 is spooked thinking that Blue 4 is a lot closer because of that AT shot. And now you have NAFs with the marksman rifle, the 506, excuse me, 5.56. And he's shooting up at Op4 Charlie on the top of the ridge.
Just interested how much friendly fire it's been and how much, like, just covering fire it's been. This is really confusing.
Yeah, normally you don't see that with FNF, but again, I think because they took fire early on, they don't know where Blue 4 really is. BMPs are firing up at the ridge where Blue 4 Echo is. At their range, I don't really agree with the autocannon being wasted on something like that because it's like over a kilometer to a kilometer and a half, but you got Op4 Charlie here popping smokes to try to run.
And now, actually, they're shooting at Echo. They're shooting at Wheaton, who's on top of the hill right next to Charlie 1, and if they keep shooting up there, they're going to expose Wheaton's location to quite literally everyone.
Now you got Bravo 2 engaging Echo. That's going to cause Echo to pull back or die. And now you got the 240 Vic firing into Charlie. That's going to show Wheaton where they are. He might be able to call upon the BTR-80 Alpha to come and assist him on this flanking attack. But that's going to take time for it to maneuver in.
And it's going to be loud. Charlie have any AT?
As Charlie, they would in the form of some AT4s, but they have limited range.
Single fire.
Yep, single shot disposable. So you see Wheaton ranging this Vic out.
You know who does have AT though? Hana, who's coming up right behind the.
Yep. Though, oh no, that is the mat weapon, so they can get that range to take it out. Hopefully they can do it quickly before Op4 Charlie gets chewed up here. You see that a lot of smoke grenades have been popped. They're now going prone. They don't want to do any maneuvering. They're going to try to wait for Op4 to find a shot to engage from that spot.
Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Hana's noticed. Here we go.
Range of that shot's going to be 390, well within. She just has to aim at the 4-tick. There's the shot.
It's going to miss.
It's low.
Sure. They're going to realise Charlie's getting back in the Vic. Trying to turn it around.
Just short. Second shot goes over.
Dodged. Heartbreaking stuff for Hana there.
That is half of the AT rounds of that team, though.
Will they go for the other, or will they wait? Yeah, they know they're behind them now. Yep, there you go, being shot at. This is where you have to bring up the BTR now. So yeah, they've got the single shot disposable on Enera.
There's a GL round coming in, but it goes long.
Queen gets taken out on top of this hill by Enera, who has the single shot disposable, so they have to be careful if they bring up the BTR-80, but they know they're over there now.
We'll see if Wheaton wakes back up. Otherwise, yep. So Bravo 2 going around Echo, going around Bravo 2's position, though, as Op4 continues their advance on the southern ridge. See, now that we're having Op4 getting on Overwatch positions in some buildings, the transition down to the actual objectives will be the hardest part. And we got Echo moving around on the southern side. I think their intention is to either forego the infantry and hunt the vehicles, or they're just going to try flanking directly, which is a little more risky than the latter. And I would recommend they just stay back and try to find the enemy autocannon Vix to snipe, but we'll see. Well, you see all that infantry transition that I predicted.
The player count here, I know they gave them a vehicle, but I think the player count here is not. It's gonna I think that's what's gonna take down Blue 4.
It also doesn't help that Blue 4 is divided across two of the objectives right now and really strung out.
And Wheaton pops back over, tries to see if he can get a shot. He does get a couple of them, but doesn't kill anyone.
I think Charlie are going to realize that they're just going to be harassed by individuals on the north and either reposition or push. Yeah, that to hunt the vehicles down would be great. I mean, it also has 200 rounds of 50 cal, which can penetrate into the BTR-80, so we'll see. But again, the 80 Alpha's on Overwatch here, so if it gets exposed, it's going to shred the 1117. Just looking at the roster here.
No deaths yet, I don't think. Oh, no. Sorry, Nafs has died.
Did you cast a curse, Nafs?
No, I didn't. He just died. Like a while ago or something. Right,
yeah, he got walked up on. Yep, go ahead. Dude's on taking fire, and again, stuck on the ridge here. Doesn't really have a lot of room to maneuver, so he takes 2 shots. I think the trees just saved him on that angle, and he is a medic, so he will be able to do medical to heal himself. But Op4 are going to run into a little brick wall right here on the map, and they're going to have to go down that route, which Blue 4 are overwatching with a few infantry. So if we see some Overwatch support set up for Op4 to fire on that position, that can then clear the rest of Op4 to go down because they're suppressed. So their Muzz shot goes out, and it hits the the BMP. And she's cooking. So Iander showing us that he's still got it. And that shot was done all the way back here. If we were to click on him as he moves in, let's see if we can get a range for that shot. That shot was roughly 850 meters. Good shot. And yeah, this is an older map. So with that BMP cooking, that only leaves one more autocannon vehicle for Blue 4 to worry about. And we see Charlie still getting pushed here, but it looks like they're going to fully pull out of this position at this point, just because they're worried about getting flanked from the north as well. You got the 1117. Yeah, BMP2 got sniped. Really? And the 1117 holding back with one guy outside, kind of looking around, making sure that there's nothing in the open to spot them. I think Kevin potentially sees part of the BTR-80 Alpha and some of the infantry moving around on that position.
Kazag is not having a good time. I don't know if his body's doing the same thing for you, but he got shot so hard, his back has entered the next dimension. His back's doing the stretchy glitch thing.
Yeah, but it's dynamically moving.
Yeah. He's still alive. He just doesn't know it. Let me guess, Iander. Am I right, Iander?
And it finally stops with his ass going to his head. Okay, well.
Beautiful. That is beautiful.
That was,
Iander, right?
yeah. Whew. Yeah, it was about an 890 meter shot with Iander.
Whoa.
Yeah. But Op4 in terms of this assault, damn it. That's, all right, I'll give you that. That was a pretty good one. Op4 are pretty good here to go on Sector 1. And again, I mean, Charlie's in a decent spot to stop some of it, but Blue 4 are committing forces on way too many fronts right now, and that's where Op4 is kind of beating them out here. So we need to see Charlie turn around and take out forces.
Honestly, if I'm looking at this from just like this perspective, Red 4 don't need the vehicles. I think they can. Oh my god!
Good hit by Mac there.
Bravo just got like a beautiful shot on one of the Blue 4 Charlie guys sitting on top of this hill. I think that was that. Who's this? Park W? No. Linus? No.
Iqbal died.
Yeah, I know Iqbal died. I'm trying to find who shot him because it was a beautiful shot. And they should be very proud of themselves. And
it's funny because Mac Marine got a kill on the Bravo element only to lose a guy. We've got Curie also getting picked off in the central garrison as Op4 continue their infantry advance. I think don't see the solidarity of Blue 4's defensive line to allow for this advance. And yep, Company Commander just went down. A lot of shots.
Yeah, he's not looking too good. If you scroll out to where the grass disappears,
yeah,
you can see that blood on the floor.
It's quite a bit there, at least 5 or 6 shots there, so ugh. I don't know, we'll see.
And Depso doesn't... Oh, I think Depso might have seen Huel. Just in the window, yeah. Yeah, look. Huel not paying attention to his surroundings.
Headshot.
Yeah, no, I don't think Red 4 needed their vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just not looking good. And I think it comes mainly down to the fact that Blue 4 was so straight. I know why they stretched. They didn't want to be caught out by the vehicles, but...
I mean, they've got 2 squads, and then Delta, and then a bunch of support assets, because they also decided to 3-man all of their vehicle crews, whereas Op4 only 2-man them. So that's literally 4 versus 5 players. Combine that with that 8% number advantage, and there's no wonder. But now we have the rest of Charlie getting picked off here, as Op4 finally are having forces go in. I think that was Genesis getting taken out just now.
You know, Sev, I'm honestly not sure why Korvac was there. That makes no sense for a company commander to be in front of all of his objectives. He should have been either at Terminal 2 or Destroy 3, just watching it from behind. I know he probably wanted to be within the action, but sitting yourself there as company commander, it's easier to die as a company commander defense, because the team just, you know, it's defend, you know what to do, rather than attack. But I still think losing those comms, and losing that sense of direction from your command is one of the worst things that can happen. Autocannon firing? What a miss.
Yeah, I mean, now we're going to have to see if Blue 4 can at least weaponize their vehicles to start scoring advantages, but the BTR-80 Alpha is on the move.
It's that BTR-80 Alpha, I think, started firing at the M117, missed its shots.
Yep, we'll see. They're still looking at that cop, though, so we'll see if they're able to identify. But now we got that autocannon firing at infantry. But they aren't able to range in any kills here, though.
Yeah, Echo's just driving around them. I
love this little ramp that was built, but I guess it's all in vain.
80 Alpha's coming through the low ground, which I think is the worst choice it could make.
Korvac bleeds out from his wounds.
I get why the 80 Alpha's staying low, but that gun has horrible... And so do I.
Autocannon firing and disabling a gas. As it pulls out, engine's dead as he's turning the wheels. So at least the autocannons are being used well on Overwatch here, but Op4's folding all their infantry into the valley. This is where we need to see Blue 4 maximize the use of their vehicles.
Yeah, oh, the Lav is actually on -1 kill.
That, I think because they accidentally double-tapped Korvac, to be perfectly honest. Because I saw as they were shooting just below the shot, where the shots were landing, they were, yeah.
Comes the ATF.
So I think they killed Korvac on accident.
The 117 is there. Oh no, they're getting out. Oh, this is dangerous. Maybe they don't know the 117's there.
I think there's a high chance that BTR-80 Alpha might drive right on top of that 117 at this rate.
That's what I've been looking at.
But again, I think it's moot compared to everything else.
Greg needs to turn his engine off, or whoever's driving needs to turn their engine. Okay, they're getting... Okay, here comes the 117. 117 can pen it, but it will have to hit its shots perfectly before that that AT Alpha can spin its head around. 117 might actually sneak up on Alpha. No, Sev, the Blue 4 lead was killed.
RPG's fired on that.
And was just finished off by their own LAV.
LAV took some RPG fire, but both shots missed. MacMarine's also down, so I'm wondering how much...
Golf 2, 117, they're driving right past each other, and Greg is looking...
BTR-80 Alpha, I think, noticed the... yep.
Did they? You sure?
80 Alpha's gun is looking right at the 117.
Yeah, but Ash is taking him away from him. If I'm the gunner at that point, I'm screaming.
I mean, that maneuver alone just kind of shows how disjointed everything is. I think with Korvac dying, he can't coordinate the assets, and the assets don't want to coordinate together. So now, I mean, you got 3 vehicles now assaulting the cop out of...
Yeah,
Blue 4 is just way too open.
Blue 4 has let this AT Alpha just move straight through, and the AT Alpha is one hill away from getting a perfect target on the LAV. And Blue 4 are none the wiser. Oh.
You have to remember, though, that's an AP autocannon, not an HE, so there's no AoE effect when the rounds land.
See him. Oh, LAV's gonna start moving. He's got his engine facing them, though. Let's start firing. Oh, his depression's bad.
Yeah, the depression isn't good.
There it is.
There we go. That's a disabling hit. Gun is down.
And engine. That's going to cook off.
I'm wondering if the 117 is going to turn around and race towards the BTR-80 Alpha.
They're trying to repair it as fast as they can.
Yep.
Which is right. If you get out and start repairing, you can save the vehicle. The first thing you want to save is the fuel.
Fuel tank.
Yeah, fuel tank.
Vic is smoking.
The AT Alpha is now repositioning to go round because they know they didn't. They know they downed it, but they didn't. Oh, here we go. No, they're looking the complete wrong direction. I don't understand what these vehicles are doing in this round.
I think it's all completely disjointed, and really, it's because Korvac went down. He's unable to coordinate all this. I think I just saw. Oh, no. There goes Charlotte getting headshotted.
Oh, charge went down the hill by Sismo, who tries to.
Yep.
He's smart with that, but he's stuck on a rock, unfortunately for him.
And he just flew away. Oh, he's back.
Nope, he's back. LAV team have their gun back up.
Yep.
Could not get their engine fixed. But they're on a really, really terrible spot if they can't get that engine fixed because they can't look up the hill because of the hill. Oh no, there you go, engine fixed. They managed to get it back up and running, but it's
more charges thrown down by Sismo. This one being a bit more effective, knocking out Do It Son. You're seeing some GLs land.
Is that smoke? It's smoke.
I think Blue 4 was just way too spaced out to really support each other, even if they didn't have the number advantage. The fact that, like, literally a third to half of them were on a ridge instead of in the town alone shows kind of the weakness of this AO.
I think what's actually getting to me right now is Blue 4 must, if what's happened, yeah, you're right. I think Korvac going down is completely straight. The vehicles don't want to communicate with each other, otherwise, we got disengaged by an autocannon to this direction. That's next to you guys.
Because I think the 117 with its 200 rounds of 50 cal, if it was a little closer, could have done a lot more, but instead it's kind of been hunting to the north, not really doing anything. And it's still on the ridge, just kind of looking around, not really assisting with the main fight. And because Blue 4 has so many assets being misplayed right now, it's just hurting them more and more. That's literally allowing Op4 to bulldoze how this AO is supposed to be run, which is through the valleys.
So what I'm looking at is the LAV is in a perfect spot for this now. They're kind of moving. Look now they're firing down the company HQ, and so the AT Alpha has to get there and finally take this thing out once and for all. Also has to get an AT shot out of it. Otherwise, they're not going to be able to push over the open ground. But the LAV is deciding to go Rambo with it rather than hold the high ground.
The one caveat I will give Blue 4 here is because all of their units are so spaced out, it does mean that Op4 is going to have to be much more cautious in advancing. But with how close the objectives still are relative to each other, it's not going to be enough stall to win.
Alexander has found the AT Alpha when they're probably screaming at the LAV that the AT Alpha's there.
There's Sector 1 being taken.
Again, look, if you're... Here we go. Here we go. 117 has probably heard Alexander's call to move to him because they've got the AT Alpha. As you can see, they're going around on the far side, which... If they could take out that BTR-80...
Look at all these forces completely away from the objective, though.
You know, the chances of Blue 4 go from like a 10% chance to maybe, what, a 40, 45% chance of winning?
I don't think it's going to change that much, to be honest. There's too many forces in the middle. And you see that they're all just kind of marauding around to the side, not really doing much here anyway. I think the main infantry are still going to continue to move on. But we'll see. I could be wrong.
Yeah, look, LAV is now trying to hunt the BTR-80 Alpha, but who wins this is the real question. It has to be the BTR-80. If they go up this hill, the
More RPGs landing. Funny enough, they're hitting closer to the infantry than the actual vehicle.
Look at Banks can act. Oh, I've just seen it. Yeah, Banks is about. Yeah, oh, they're panicking. It's because.
Good little drive-by there with the LAV staying in cover.
The driver, sorry, panicked and tried to pull back, putting the gun straight in the line of a tree.
A tree, and he couldn't see the shots. Yep.
But the LAV's actually playing very aggressive here. Is the LAV faster than the BTR-80 Alpha? It's got to be, right? But if I'm Alexander, I'm following this thing, waiting and taking his wheel away.
Right. Yeah. But again, that's not where the focus should... well, okay, in that connotation, it should be focused there, but because you also have the 117 coming on. But while that's going on, Op 4 is advancing the main force to the other objectives. Echo is about to get the destroy objective because they're Matt, and then we're just going to be leaving the terminal.
Engine. Oh, did BTR lose gun? BTR might have actually lost gun.
Yeah, I don't see the gun actively. Oh boy, yep.
Done its job really well here, and the LAV just decided to go very aggressive, and it worked.
We've seen a lot of AT also fired at the vehicles for Blue 4. There's AT starting to engage the fuel truck. It's disabled, but can they cook it off with its second shot? They're starting to throw grenades on it because they might be out.
I think Alex told the LAV to sit still while he checked the ridgeline, but doing that made it so the ATF could get away. But then again, it's a single mandate BTR-80 Alpha being hunted by an M117 and an LAV-25. Gun down. I don't know if the gun and he's going over a rock. And he has flipped it. Nope, he saved it.
What the hell is going on up here? Ay. So I don't think Echo's going to be able to fully complete that objective, but the infantry are right on top of the terminal site. So again, it's all moot. And I mean, when you look at the map, look at all the Blue 4 guys. There's an entire Blue 4 team all the way back here, and I think this is... nope, this is Charlie. So they're not even... it's so lost.
Echo aren't going to be... Hana's got an RPG.
Well, yes, but 3 of those AT rounds have been fired so far, and I think Piranha's going to use the last one they have as the 4-man or the 3-man team, because the AT gunner and the assistant are only going to have 2 rounds each, so 4 rounds between them total. And that vehicle, this is why I also dislike using RHS trucks, because they are very, very tanky.
I think Marlon should see that. I don't know if Marlon's... Marlon's still alive, so I can't necessarily go and tell him to have a look at this, but...
yeah.
I mean, I could, but I don't think it would be.
Now you got Op 4 advanced down last position, only 4 Blue 4 defenders. And there's so many other pockets of Blue 4 that are completely out of position right now. All right, there it is, officially destroyed, finally cooking off. So now everything relies on this final area here.
What I was going to say is the AT Alpha took both the 117 and the LAV-25 of watching this open ground assault.
Yeah, to stop the advance, but now that they've gone hunting for that BTR-80 Alpha, they've pulled away, and now Op 4 is just going to go right into the final objective. Again, it's clear that Korvac died as command, and now everything's completely fallen apart. because no one is coordinating properly, and it's so messy.
I don't think Red Command necessarily said that. I think Ash just decided that the best chance was him to run, and the LAV maybe selfishly just decided it wanted to go for the kill, thinking that the vehicle kill would be much better than the Overwatch. Obviously, they don't know the gun is dead, so they don't know the situation it is right now. But I think you should have just sent the... Look, now the LAV is trying to double time back. You should just sent it in to 417 to go and hunt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, LAV is...
This is round 2, yeah.
Right now, but Red 4 are starting to make a infill. They throw a charge. Is that going to destroy the building Marlon's next to?
Yes. And it kills both of them. Yep. So only... Actually, no, Dobbs stayed alive. So Malin dies. Nemesis and Dobbs still up, but again, Op4 swarming all their forces in. You got other vehicles coming in, but it's... I think this is limited. Oh! Tull is trying to throw some grenades into this, taking some fire on his legs from Jack. Good use of grenades on that position, but it's not going to be much. Auto Cannon finally comes in and starts supporting, but again, there's so many Op4 right. Oh, there we go. 2 knockouts and a kill by that peak 240 Bravo.
Hey, look, it's Pierce running over the open. It was Pierce running over the open ground who died first. Well, not first.
Right.
Okay, so
well, I mean, here it has to be done, but now I think Blue 4. I'm not. They're screwed though, because all it takes is Watts to touch the terminal right now.
He doesn't understand the objective.
So if Blue 4 had their Overwatch vehicle set, or at least one of them staying while the other one hunted the BTR-80 Alpha, they could have stopped Op4's massive advance here. It only came in last second.
Watts doesn't tap it off. Oh, Marlon's moving it. It's glitched, I think. Jacko 800 trying to get it. Can he? Yes, he
there
does.
It is.
1 minute 30 seconds. LAV
and Dobbs is the only guy close enough. LAV has no choice but to rush in at this point, but does Op4 have any AT?
That's what I'm looking for.
And I think that's it. And there goes, it's GG. Unless Blue 4 charge in, they don't though. They're dismounting early on. It's GG.
Yeah, you just send your LAV in at that point. Oh, they're repairing it.
You finally have the 240 Bravo picking off the BTR-80 Alpha crew.
And there's the RPG. Oh, they're getting the gun. Oh, the gun might have gone down from the sustained fire.
Quite possibly, yeah.
They're in. It's if Blue 4 are able to, it's a
oh,
miracle.
cool.
But never,
Has
whoopsie daisy.
Has a fill-in bar now.
Oh, they're cooking. Look at Lola.
Drive it in. Hold on, this might save it.
Wait, Pierce.
Lolo, look at Lolo! Look at Lolo! Oh my god.
Oh shit, look at base.
What the actual hell is going on?
Oh my god, it restarts the timer.
It restarted the timer,
Nice.
and Blue 4 is rushing everything in to stop it, and it's actually working for now. 4K Limo, thanks for the 69-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. Hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Piranha just came in and friendly fired someone. That's brilliant.
Swallow's just driving around in the car.
Grenade exchange. That grenade's gonna get Dixme. Unless he runs away in time, he does not. I think Op4 got it in the second one.
Yeah.
Still 45 seconds on that timer, but Bates is the only one still alive right here, and the rest of the infantry are too far out to respond properly.
Why is this 717 up there?
It's too far, man.
I know, but what they should have done, as soon as they saw that timer go off, they should just rush down. They're still searching for Ash, who's dead. So maybe they did find the BT.
Oh no, I was tracking that. The 117 finally found the BTR-80 Alpha and started firing at it, so they got it, but about 10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, the 117 should have been down there.
Yep, but it wasn't. Oh well. And again, showing the remaining amount of Op 4 infantry, if Blue 4 at least kept one Overwatch vehicle, I feel like they would have been able to assist in stopping the force coming in. So it was just a misplaying of assets, but nothing can be done about that because ground command was taken on too early, or taken out too early. So, oh well. All right, and that's going to be an Op 4 victory. I'm not going to cover round 3. Instead, I'm going to shift over to start prepping for my thing in an hour 45. So you got it, broski. But because I got something so close, I'm not going to give a rate. Okay.
Okay. I won't play. I'll stream it then.
BRB. All right, so we'll be back in an hour 45 for a Zoosop. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one. Hopefully I'll see you in a bit.